Very warm welcome. This is Meera Rajkumar from Bhavans Kanti Vidyashram. Today, let's learn a poem from Class 10 textbook First Flight. The poem is the sixth poem and it is titled Amanda, and it is penned by the Australian poetess Robert Klein. Robert Klein was born in the year 1936 in Kempsey, New South Wales, and is a renowned children's book writer. She has written a lot of books for young children and adults, and her first book was The Giraffe in the Pepperell Street, which was written in the year 1978, and her other books include Hating, Alice and Ashley, People Might Hear You, and some picture books like Things, Game, and Show You I Could Fly. This poem is about a young girl whose name is Amanda and her mother, who is constantly nagging her, constantly scolding her and irritating her for not behaving in a certain way and for not fulfilling her responsibilities, not following instructions. Amanda, like any other teenager, doesn't like this. She does not take her mother's words positively. There are four different settings in this poem. The first setting is the real world where the mother is constantly pointing out the mistakes of Amanda. And the other three worlds are the imaginary worlds which Amanda imagines herself to be in. Now let's read the poem and find out. Please open your textbooks. The first stanza is like this. Don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda. Stop that slouching and sit up straight, Amanda. There is a languid emerald sea where the sole inhabitant is me, a mermaid drifting blissfully. Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda. I'm an orphan. Roaming the street, I pattern soft dust with hushed bare feet. Silence is golden and the freedom is sweet. Don't eat that chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne, Amanda. Will you please look at me when I am speaking to you, Amanda? I am Rapunzel. I have not a care. Life in a tower is tranquil and rare. I will certainly never let my bright hair. So, the first in all stanzas you see it is divided into two. The first part is spoken by the mothers, where the mother is scolding the daughter for not behaving in a certain way and for not fulfilling her responsibilities. And in the second part of the stanza, the girl imagines herself to be in an imaginary, fanciful world where she's all alone. So let us do the poem stanza wise and I'll explain stanza wise. Don't bite your nails, Amanda. The mom is telling the daughter not to bite her nails. And don't hunch your shoulders. Hunching is bending or drooping the shoulders and sitting in a very lazy way. Stop that slouching. Don't sit lazily like that. And sit up straight, Amanda. You're supposed to sit up straight. Amanda is in her own world. She does not pay heed to her mother's words and she imagines herself to be a mermaid in a beautiful floating in a sea. She is not even a human being. She has taken the form of a mermaid and she is drifting peacefully in the calm sea. There is a languid meaning relaxed. Emerald is a green color, green sea, where the sole inhabitant, the sole in a resident is me. Only she is there and she's a mermaid. She's not a human being but a mermaid floating, drifting blissfully, floating very happily and peacefully because there's nobody to disturb her. The second stanza goes like this. Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? I thought I told you to clean your shoes. So obviously the mother is telling her to finish her homework, to clean her room and clean her shoes. But again, Amanda doesn't want to listen to any of this and she withdraws herself into a different world, an imaginary world which she wants to be in, and now she imagines herself as an orphan. Just imagine the level of ignorance of the girl. She doesn't mind being an orphan. So she imagines herself to be an orphan without parents. An orphan is a person without parents. Roaming the streets, she's wandering the streets and she says, I pattern soft dust. With the soft dust, I'm making designs with my bare feet. She's not wearing any shoes or footwear, and with her bare feet, she's making designs on the sand. So instead of cleaning her room and cleaning her shoes, she wants to make herself dirtier by roaming around the streets barefoot. And she says, silence is golden, the freedom is sweet. Now, if you see, the poetic device metaphor has been used. You have already studied about simile and metaphor. Simile is a poetic device where a comparison is made between two things using like or as. But metaphor again is a comparison between two things where like or as is not used and one thing is said to be the other. For example, silence is golden. So there is a metaphor comparison has been made. And the third stanza goes like this: don't eat that chocolate. So the mother is refraining her from eating a chocolate. And she warns her that if you eat more chocolates, you will get more pimples. Remember your acne, your pimple, Amanda. And will you please look at me when I'm speaking to you, Amanda? Anybody likes, to be seen. You have to look at the person who is talking to you. But here, Amanda is in her own world. She's not looking at her mom, and the mom is all the more irritated. Instead, she's in her own world. Now, this is the third setting where she imagines herself to be a character from a fairy tale, Rapunzel. She says, I am Rapunzel. I have not a care. I do not care about anything. Life in a tower. Rapunzel, this character, she was captured by a witch and she was kept imprisoned in a tower all alone. And this witch, whenever she wanted to climb up the tower, Rapunzel had to leave her long hair, and with the help of which the witch would come up. And Amanda says, life in a tower is tranquil and rare. I will certainly never let down my bright hair. She says, I will not let anybody come into the tower. I want to be alone. It's so peaceful and such an uncommon, rare meaning, uncommon life here. So, with this, we come to the end of the poem. Thank you for listening.